kumusta po ang relationship niyo po ngayon with the University of the Philippines Department of Political Science after po ng kanilang announcement at wala po kayo sa listahan ng Professor Emeriti, active professors and lecturers?
Wala ako doon kasi ayoko nga mag-teach online. Alam mo, I retired in 2011. Between 2011 and now, ilang years ba yan? Parang araw-araw, 7 yung aking interview. Why did they not make an issue of that? They made an issue because they were supporting a candidate and they were worshiping in the altar of that candidate whom I did not support. Ang ibig mong sabihin, Miko, ay pati yung pag-iisip ko, kung sino pipiliin ko, bubusalan mo ako. So those, that will be a bad word, no? Those rotten people there, alam mo yung rotten fruit, you will just fall on the ground. Diba? So, let's stop talking about that. You know? Ayokong pumangit, Miko, no?
Professor Carlos, allow me to read another tweet that was put online. And it says, "She could be the right person finally," referring to you, Dr. Carlos. "But we just hope that her actions will speak louder than her words. Baka eventually, after dealing with NTF-LCAC, whose budget is humongous, maging midnight madness sale na ang righteous dignity that we sought to gain." Would you like to comment on this, ma'am?
Anyone who said that should shut up because you don't know me, no? And yeah, huwag nyo kaming pangunahan, parang nakakayamot kayo, no? Hindi pa nga kami nakakaupo, sinushoot down yung tinitirador nyo na agad kami. And kalkalin nyo naman yung experience ng tao, no? And yeah, bahala na kayo, mag-research kayo, no, before you shoot off your mouth. Yun ako nayayamot, Miko, eh. Yung meron ka ng judgment ng tao, hindi mo pa nga kilala, di ba?
On NTF-LCAC, what is your take on the whole-of-nation approach that President Duterte started during his administration?
Every endeavor should be a whole-of-nation approach, no? But I don't want to make any comments about that organization because I'm blind. So I don't know yet, no? What that is, sino ako doon, no? Ano yung lawak niya, ano yung kanyang jurisdiction. Yeah. So siguro at a later time, pag in-interview mo uli ako, meron na akong sasabihin pag alam ko na.
Professor Carlos, I'll read one more tweet that was posted online. And this is not me. So it says, "Too old for the job. Pahinga na lang sana sa bahay. May dagdag pa na hehe." What do you have to say about that?
Well, whoever you are, please kill yourself already, no? It's called ageism. I wrote a book on population aging. Ageism kasi is you denigrate the old, no? And I hope this person does not get to be old so that somebody will not tell him that cruel thing that he or she just said, yes. No? Ageism is when you deliberately discriminate against people who have reached an older age. From a definition of who is retired, 60 or 65, depending on which definition you're using. UN uses 60, our government uses 65. And that is deadly wrong because if you can see, I'm 76 and I'm certainly not like this, and I'm talking to you as an active participant in this conversation. And yes, let's not do that, no? Where we assign an age and we say, okay, pag 76 ka na, diyan ka na lang, maghintay ka na lang mamatay, no? Yeah, I think that's idiotic, no? So let's not do ageism. As a matter of fact, we should push. The whole world is aging, but at the same time, we, once upon a time, nobody reaches 76, no? We die at 43, we die at 34. But because of advances in medicine, then we get to live to be 100 or even beyond, isn't it? And for as long as we're productive people, make use of us. Because if we don't teach, I was telling you that you're teaching, you're making your mind alive. If we don't teach and we're just, lying down and eating and then lying down again, we'll die right away. Okay? So please, whoever you are, as I said, change your mind or kill yourself already. Yeah.
Nagbabalik ang The Chat Room, and we have the first ever woman to head the National Security Council, Dr. Clarita Carlos. Secretary Carlos, kayo rin po ang kauna-unahang civilian president ng National Defense College of the Philippines. Usually, someone from the armed forces ang nagiging national security advisor. Ano po ang edge ninyo coming from the academe?
Well, I hope people stop talking about being a female. 22 years ago, when I became the first civilian and first female president of the National Defense College, nagpustahan yung mga tao sa akin na isang linggo lang daw ako mag-stay doon kasi madidemolition ako nila. I stayed there for 3.5 years of my 6-year term, and there's a reason why I cut that short, and let's not go into that. No, gender does not matter. It's not a critical variable. So I said in another interview, no, kung bobo ka, miski ka LGBTQ, male, female, bobo ka talaga. So it doesn't matter. So dito din sa NSA, walang katuturan to, no? Don't know why people keep on mentioning that. Let's stop mentioning that already. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Bakit niyo po tinanggap yung posisyon?
How do I answer that, Miko? Well, first of all, I thank the President for constituting his cabinet with scholars.
Mm-hmm.
The economic team are composed of my colleagues who are very well published. And when you have scholars like me, that means you're putting science in decision making, because we cannot make any decision without scientific data backing up our decisions. And I think that's best for the country. So since foreign policy, defense and security had been, I'm soaked in it, I'm swimming in defense and security, then why not? I'm in the sunset of my years, and yeah, we just keep on complaining about our government, and when you're given a chance to serve, you serve.
Is that something that you and President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. have talked about? The national security being scientific and numbers driven and fact based.
It was staged into the conversation.
Okay.
In fact, his inviting me to be National Security Advisor came at the tail end of the conversation. Papaalis na kami eh. Then he invited me to be a National Security Advisor, and nagsagot ako naman ng I will. No, that was it. Kasi it was just a freewheeling discussion, and we're really enjoying it. Kung hindi pa nagsabi-sabi yung kanya appointment secretary, no, kanina pa naghihintay yung sunod. We really didn't want to stop talking, Yeah, it was a very edifying and very instructive conversation, because that was the first time that I was having a conversation with President Bongbong. Because I had met him initially when he was governor, but it was so perfunctory, just a courtesy call, a few minutes, hello, goodbye. And then, of course, during the debate, but, you cannot have any involved discussion during the debate, isn't it? So,
what would you say your style will be as the National Security Advisor?
Well, I will continue to be a social scientist, because that's who I am. Yeah.
Right. So as a social scientist, you believe that the National Security Council could use that type of style?
Will be research-based. Will always be research-based, And I zip my mouth if I don't have data. And by the way, please pay attention to the A in the NSA. I advise the President. The President can take it or not take it.